welcome to the Manic Money Finance Channel. I'm your host, Money Mike. And oh boy, do I have some good news for y'all. It looks like inflation is getting better. Isn't that surprising? Inflation is getting better. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to restart that. I think. Let me just make sure everything is working here. Little hiccup. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Give me a couple seconds here to figure out what's going on. Because it seems like the audio is no bueno. I repeat, the audio is no bueno. Oh. All right. Seems like we're good. This is going to be what I call good enough. Seems like we got this figured out, people. That's on me. All right. Beautiful. Let me just share this out to the interwebs. Post this bad boy to the Manic Money channel. Post this bad boy to my personal. Oh. So yeah, we're past that. All right. So, what are we going to talk about today? Let's talk about the fact that inflation data was good. You remember me talking about this on Sunday. I said Wednesday was going to be the make it or break it day. So, as I predicted, things started trending back up. I started regaining upward trajectory. Basically, we are winning. The United States is winning. We are killing it because we are the United States. We are amazing. So this is our inflation data, 0.1%. So basically the consumer price index, which is the inflation data, barely went up. Food prices were up, which makes sense. I knew that inflation data would be good, mostly because of gas. They're saying rent was up for the month, but you know, it's one of those things. It's a weighted basket of goods. So gas and energy was way down. They dragged the price of everything down. Food prices went up, what was considered normal inflation rate, 0.3%. Maybe a little bit above normal, but the core CPI gain, 0.1%. It looks like 2.4 to 2.8% year over year, depending on how you want to look at it. Not horrible when hourly wages have been up over 3% in the past year. So it's something you want to look at. If wages are going up faster than inflation, this is good stuff in the macroeconomic sense. So yes, we are winning. And that created a nice little pop in the market, people. Let's check this out. What do we see here? Oh. See how we dropped out of this trend? Look, buddy. It looks like we've regained this price funnel here. And I'm hoping to see, a breakout to the top side this week, which would be a break of over 620-ish. Definitely want to see a break over 620. That would signal a rally, a bull market, and the recovery on this has actually been pretty incredible. We filled a bunch of gaps down here. A bunch of gaps were filled. So, I wouldn't say it's a nice pullback or a conventional pullback. It was a pullback, though. There is no arguing that. This was a serious pullback. But we're good now, people. The rain has stopped. The clouds have parted. The sun is shining in. And we're going to get to some investing. So that, of course, inflation wasn't the only thing that caused the markets to rally today. We have a U.S.-China trade deal. And basically what this deal is exactly what we had going before. Basically exactly what we had going before. So that's awesome. I think the terms are a little bit better for us. U.S. tariffs will be set at 55%, which I believe is on goods coming from the U.S. to China. So that's pretty crazy. And China's tariffs are going to be at 10%, which is all they would agree to in order to start releasing those rare earth minerals to us again. The only reason China really even made a deal was because without the United States buying their rare earth minerals, which we buy quite a bit of them, they were seeing a price drop on stuff like gallium, and palladium, and all those fun, periodic table elements, the rare ones, the good stuff, the stuff you need for the chips. Chips. So, what does that mean for your portfolio? It means it went up. Everything basically went up. I showed you the SPY. We regained the 6,000, which is what I said would happen as long as inflation data was good. Even Bitcoin had a rally today, but basically what happened with Bitcoin is what I was kind of expecting. Let me bring up that chart. A pullback. So basically, you see these right here. This is that inflection point that we were looking at before this dip. Surprisingly enough, regained and shot through it, which is pretty crazy. But basically, this chart's still beautiful. This is still a cup and handle. These slight pullbacks. So the last pullback was basically the $100,000 support. Big mental number for people on the old Bitcoins. And, we hit almost 112,000 again, which is pretty phenomenal. 830 is rolling around. We'll probably, let's get back to this daily. 830 is rolling around. We were seeing a head fake to the upside. So we'll probably see a drop right now. Knowing how the Asia markets are. But that right there, that's just the other side of the cup. So basically what's happening now is Bitcoin is trying to gain new footing. So our last support zone after we popped to 112 was in the 107-ish range, around 107, maybe a little dip to 106 something. I wouldn't be surprised to see that, but I don't think that's going to happen on this side of this cup. Mostly because of the enthusiasm and just where we're at in the bull run and the cycle here. The capitulation cycle leading up to this new bull run where basically we're going to hit 150 this year. That's Money Mike's prediction. 150K Bitcoin this year, but I wouldn't be surprised to see 200. I don't think it can survive much past that due to the fact that there will be larger political market forces that are going to attack this thing. If Bitcoin hits 150K, you're talking $4 trillion market cap total for cryptocurrency in general. If Bitcoin hits 200K, you're talking $5 to $6 trillion market cap for the cryptocurrency ecosystem in general, which is freaking crazy. So, what are we looking at here? I think we're going to be looking at some churn, some chop. This is what I call the churn here. Things are happening. It's ugly. It's So look at this range to tighten up here. That dropped to 100. That was a one-time thing here. We got some rock steady support right there. And as you can see, it looks like it's popping down. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? 830, baby. Keep telling you people, man. But obviously, with the way this chart is, and you have to expect some churn. You know, we got to find a new price range where people are willing to buy this. And it's not regular people anymore. This is Wall Street, institutional investors, companies buying up thousands of these things. It's pretty crazy. So keep an eye on that. As you can see, everything kind of rallied today. Bitcoin did rally this morning. You see this. So it did rally this morning. It's your 8:30 a.m. inflation data right here. Pow. So everything rallied. SPY, Bitcoin. But of course, as you can see, Bitcoin kind of fell off. It was already on a downward trend. It was going to happen. You have your typical head and shoulders. Nothing good happening there. As you can see, that 8:30 p.m. reversal, it started to gain purchase and climb up again. 8:30 p.m. comes along. Liquidity's getting wiped out. Bam. Bam. Asian markets are going to take this bad boy down. I wouldn't be surprised to see another V-shaped correction, though, because this is, right here. This is the last 8:30, Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. reversal. This is what they do. We're getting a lot of V-shaped corrections in Bitcoin nowadays. It's pretty sweet to see. What's also sweet to see, one company that I know that's buying Bitcoin. I'm just going to go ahead and mention this now again. Oh, that'd be Bitcoin Depot. And oh my Lanta, what is this? What is this? This is a multi-day chart, but this bad boy hit a 52-week high of 660 today. It's pretty phenomenal. And you know what that means? You know what that means. Oh, small account challenge, people. Fingers crossed this just keeps continuing, but I have not sold a single warrant. And they are worth quite a bit now. So I'm bringing you the receipts. This is a one-day change of 47%. My evaluation went up $654 today. Another 47%. My 1 month is 713%. So if you're doing the math, it's only about $250 at the beginning of the month on this small account challenge, and it is blowing the F up. Obviously, going all in on a small account, that's I view as the only advantageous situation. The only way to really get good, fast growth in something like this. That's what I did. obviously I'm looking at this long term. And so I've been buying them up for a long time. So this is the fruits of my labor. This is the fruits of patience and determination and having faith in my decision and my discernment, my ability to recognize patterns and find a trend and find something before it blows up. That's why the lights are green today, people. Green means good. I've decided going forward, that's basically how we're going to roll. It's basically how we're going to roll. So I think something happened there. Did that not come up? Huh. Oh, there it is. I don't know if that didn't come up before, people, but there you go. There you freaking go. The proof is in the pudding. I'm showing you right here. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. So as you can see, $1,700 in a month. 713% gain. Initial investment of $250. It's insane. Up 47% today, people. You know, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But those are those warrants, people. Those are those warrants. So if you were paying attention to the last stream, I talked about Helios Medical. All right, Helios Medical. I talked about these guys on our last stream. I jumped in on Friday. This was them today. My average price was not great. As my original purchase was back in the $1.10 region, but I tripled down. Down here, brought my average down to here. And then this morning, before I walked into work, I checked my brokerage account. And wouldn't you know it, boom, it spiked to here. $1.60. I sold there. I said, you know what? It's probably not going to hang on to these gains. This is probably a good time to just get out. I've been in this thing just for a weekend. An actual market time, I was into this thing for a very, very short amount of time. Probably two trading days total, if that. And, you know, we got our pop. I made as much money as I made at work today before walking into work. So I doubled up my money. It made it a little more difficult to stay motivated at work today. But, you know, that's what happens. That is what happens. Probably just show you guys the warrants real quick. Boom. It's a beautiful thing. I'm not going to upgrade Trading View. A nice try. And I guess at one point we were even higher today. So than we are right now. Obviously, this isn't going to show you, you know, post aftermarket because we're up here now. It's a beautiful thing. So what are we into now? What's next? You know, it's not even worth. We don't want to talk as far as freaking data goes and stuff. I could care less. I told you about my Russell 2000 and 3000 place. All right, we got Pacific Biosciences. We've been in there. I'm expecting a pop sometime in the next 9 days. By June 20th. hopefully. If not, my options are basically going to break even for the 20th. And then I got the September ones, and I'll just roll that June money over into the September options money. But Pacific Biosciences, they should have something going on soon. Like I said, that was a ARK investment, big ARK investment group, Kathy Wood. So I decided, let's jump on board. Been in that one for a while. We also have Blooms. Yeah, still into Blooms, people. As you can see, we funneled into there. We did drop below a little bit, but we funneled into this little price funnel here, and we popped up above it. You see this giant green candle right here, where we got a little spike into the 17 range. That looks promising. It definitely looks promising. So, like I said, these guys have $100 and something million cash on hand with a market cap of 2.4 million. It's a travesty, an absolute shame. I like this one for a bottom play. I'll be watching. If it hits 15 cents, I'm out. If it goes anywhere near 15 cents, I'm done with this one. Like, bad ex-girlfriend, we're running away. Or like an abusive ex-girlfriend, I'm packing my stuff in the middle of the day. I'm taking off when she's at work. I'll be gone real quick. So this one is definitely not a long-term play. I'm here for a good time, not for a long time on this one. Being that it is kind of like a tech retail sales type company, you're not going to see the biotech pops like with Helios Medical. So this one is gaining support, and it's slowly going up. And I expect, we probably can have a couple days, some crazy volume days. We had a low volume today, and a promising price action basically ended out flat, which is good. Usually low volume, lower price. Unfortunately, I am still into Zora. I did minimize I sold some of my holdings while I was up. I will probably, as long as this thing holds up nicely above that 1 penny region, I will probably jump back in. This is this is kind of reassuring. It looks like that double bottom right around a penny. So as long as this price action, stays pretty decent up above a penny, I'll stick around for it. I'll definitely stick around for it. I did sell some up in here somewhere. But Zora is more of a longer hold, without a doubt. We're waiting for that Binance listing. That's basically what's going on with that one. Yeah, that's a breakdown of almost everything. There was one more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what was that? That one more? My meme coin? Oh, big back Bitcoin. As you can see, we're getting a lot of sells today. Volume is down. Market cap still looks good. We're climbing in holders again. The whales are still here. They're holding. They're holding for. They're holding. A little diamond hand action on these whales. As you can see, we're getting $36 million sales, stuff like that. It's still holding up nicely. This is actually quite a nice chart right here. You got better support. Basically, all we need to do is bounce off this level here. You see it, basically a multi-day double bottom, and it's off to the races. So not much has changed. There is one thing. So my BlackBerry options, short-term BlackBerry options for Friday weren't looking fantastic. So I got out with no gain, no loss on those. And I got into something a little crazy. And this is something, let me go actually check. HCTI. Let me go ahead and just bring this one up. I got into something a little crazy with a tiny little chunk of change. All right, I'm going to bring up this chart. And yes, this thing trades on the NASDAQ. I know what you're thinking. Money Mike, are you showing us another meme coin? No. No, I am not showing you another meme coin. This right here. So, unfortunately, I don't know why TradingView doesn't show you the aftermarket, the aftermarket footage with this, which is crazy. You know? So, I mean, I got to show you what's happening with this thing. I got to show you what's happening with this thing. There it is, right there. So I bought today right around a penny. As you can see, I only put $50 into this thing. I'm just playing around with this thing. As you can also see, I'm up almost 80% already. All this happened after market. Ended out, what? 0.0172. I'm holding into tomorrow. I mean, this is a $92 investment now. You see my average cost, 0.0096, 5,000 shares. I mean, it was basically $50. $50, whatever. Already performing better than the BlackBerry options were. As you know, my Robinhood account is a small account. It is a small account, my Robinhood account. But, I mean, we're up over $300 today on this bad boy. And you can see my Pac B options. You can see my Bloom shares. You can see my watch list. Oil. That's what we're going to cover right now. The oil stocks started popping. I'm assuming that means something happened in the Middle East. Oh, yeah. What happened in the Middle East? Constant perma war. Basically, the Saudis are in a price battle. They're jacking up the price of oil. You see the Murban crude. That's your Saudi oil right there. WTI, that's us, West Texas. So, I mean, let's check out some OPEC blends. As you can see, pretty crazy stuff here. Oil is up. It was up much more earlier today. These are the futures. So basically, we were hitting $60 a barrel a couple weeks ago, and now we're almost at 70. So basically, the oil prices are going up. The U.S. Embassy is preparing an Iraq evacuation. So we're going to there's some stuff happening. The war is definitely looking to heat up in the Middle East again. Oh, big surprise. It's all the countries that we keep on fighting out there. Almost like we should just keep our noses. Yeah, I'm not going to get political here. This is what happened. This is what's happening to the markets now. And because of that, we got some of the usual suspects. Anybody that knows me knows that I've talked about this stock many times. This bad boy had to go through a reverse split not too long ago. It dropped down to 50 cents. So I'm guessing they did a 1 for 10. Oh, look at that, a 1 for 10. Go figure. So, and then they acquired Abundia Global Impact Group, whatever that means. Good for them. This thing popped up 20% more after hours today. 20%. It's probably up near six and change now, which is pretty crazy. That's not the only one. So basically anything. Indonesian Energy is another one that likes to frickin' run when oil starts to go up. It's like I know all these ones, right? Oh, KLXE. That one ran today too. What is there? What else is there? Oh, look at that. 9. 9 is up a bit too. So yeah, these oil stocks. It's good to there's probably USO is probably also, so the United States Oil Fund. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? The price of oil is going up there, guys. As you can see, this thing is basically following the price of a U.S. barrel of oil. You see how we dropped down, we hit a low. Now we're on the way back up. See West Texas crude up $3 a barrel. So yeah, United States Oil Fund, that's a great way to just basically get some exposure to all U.S. oil without having to try to pick a winning stock. Sorry, people. I drank some bourbon last night. I am quite tired. As you can see, green light. We're winning. I mean, obviously, some of the stuff I've showed you is long-term holds, stuff that I've been buying for quite some time. I have not sold, therefore I have not logged gains on them. I mean, prices might drop. That's such as life. That's how it goes. Have to be prepared for that. Basically, whether you go for trailing stop losses, look that up. I will be posting a video probably this weekend about trading your orders, the different orders you're buying and selling. It's a pretty basic video. I filmed it months and months ago. I just got to get to the editing and get that bad boy out there for you guys. Yeah, because people they need this information. They want this information. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing when you're winning. And I also, it's nice to see a way to have exposure to the cryptocurrency markets without actually having to buy cryptocurrency, because some people still don't want to take that leap and buy crypto. Why, I don't know. But what can you do? I have a headache. I woke up with it. I drank way too much bourbon last night. It's just like a random thing. I don't know why I did it. I make jokes at work that I drink because there's something in me that needs to die, and I am trying to poison it. Feel free to take that joke. So I'm going to cut us off right here. Basically, this just served as a status update on the trading and the accounts. Things are looking up. Things are going well. Life is good. Anybody who watches this, get on the Facebook page, add a follower so I can start live streaming on Facebook too. We need them followers to start live streaming on Facebook, and I will make sure that I post what stocks I'm into on the Facebook page tomorrow and how I'm exposed to them. And I will just list out my entire portfolio tomorrow. Not dollar amounts, proportions and ratios, possibly, if I feel like it. But I will list out everything I have, and then going forward, when I sell something, I will put it on the Facebook page. That's where all the trades are going to go. If you want to know where the trades are, you got Facebook or Instagram. That's all there is to it. It's the only place you're going to find them. Deal with it. That's where I need to grow my audience. I mean, why wouldn't you copy my trades? Stay